Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Guy 73. Today I'm gonna talk about a local news story that occurred earlier this year from Mr. Jackson, who committed a quadruple murder of his three children and the children of his mother. But he'll go to sheriff speaking right now on how he committed harm to himself.
And so I just wanted to do one conference at one time so that I could answer any questions that I can answer at this point in time. Today, Trevane Brandon Jackson, who was housed here at the county jail, was seen numerous times throughout the day by the officers working in the area that he was assigned to. I will say at this point he was in a single man cell alone. So at approximately 4:05, when medication began in that particular area, the officer came to his cell, opened the flap, and determined something was wrong. He called for assistance because of Mr. Jackson's charges. He was not someone that one officer could open a door for. So when assistance arrived, they did go in and found Mr. Jackson hanging. They immediately took him down, called for nursing. Nursing staff came around, called EMS immediately within a minute. Nursing staff worked on him, applied an AED. Approximately 6 minutes later, EMS arrived. He was transported to Piedmont, where he was pronounced dead at 5:07 p.m. That's all I can tell you at this time, except that I did contact the GBI. They are en route to work this case. My deputies and officers are preserving the crime scene. They are gathering evidence, video evidence, any other kind of evidence, and we will hand all that over to the GBI for them to do an investigation.
Sheriff Thomas, you said that he was in a single man cell. Was he on suicide watch?
No, he was not.
What did the police say when they found out about this? Because I know this has been a really big case for them.
I have not talked to the chief at this time. Right now, I was just handling the immediate.
What time did that officer find him in his cell?
Approximately 4:28.
Do you know if the victim's family and his family have been notified?
I do not know.
Was he acting unusual in any sense before this took place?
Not at all. Absolutely nothing. They had fed him lunch. They had seen him several times throughout the day. They went to do standard medication pass. There was nothing to indicate to us that he was suicidal.
You called it a crime scene, Sheriff. Is it still a crime scene?
It's always a crime scene until the ultimate determination has been made. But at this time, we have no reason to believe, especially that he was in a single man cell, that there was anyone other than him that did this.
You said 4:05 p.m. for medication run?
Yes, the officer was in the general area where he was assigned at about 4:05. He came to his individual cell, and the call went out at about 4:28 that something was wrong. Come and assist me in opening this door.
So that just means he started disseminating medication at 4:05.
Correct.
That's not when he saw Jackson.
Correct. He saw Jackson at 4:28.
Okay.
I know he had recently been sentenced to 10 years for the BOP.
Yes.
When was he supposed to be moved?
Tomorrow morning. But he did not know that. We did not tell inmates that they're being shipped until an hour or two before they're shipped. So that's all I can tell you at this time. Again, this was all very recent. It's only now 6:49, and all of this has happened just within a couple of hours. So we're still getting everything together, but that's the immediate. Anything past that, you will probably need to contact the GBI as far as any other questions other than what I could answer for you now.
Sure. Did Brandon Jackson leave you any notes? He had written notes right after the incident. Do you know if he left any notes in his cell?
At this time, we have not located such. But again, we're not doing an extensive search on the cell. We are containing the cell and allowing the GBI crime techs to come in and go over the cell thoroughly. Other than what the nursing staff or EMTs did in the cell, we have not done any extensive examination into the cell. We're just preserving that scene for them.
You said your deputies saw him frequently throughout the day.
Yes.
Have they said what his demeanor was like? Were there any sort of hints or anything?
There was nothing to indicate to our officers that there was anything other than a normal day at this time. There was, as far as we know, at this time, again, this is very early. There was nothing in his communications to us or anything like that, or even to medical or mental health staff, that there was any problem.
Last question I have is, I know originally when he first came into the job, he was on suicide watch.
He was.
When did that swap?
In July. He was removed from suicide watch at the end of July, and he was never placed back on suicide watch.
What was the other trial? What was it? You know when the trial date was?
I do not. He had recently been sentenced to 10 years. He was going to be transported to prison tomorrow. I don't know when he would have gone to trial here for the murders.
Would medical staff decide when it's
Mental health staff would.
You just listened to the sheriff of Columbus, Georgia, or Muscovy County, and they were discussing about Trayvon. I think it's Trayvon Jackson. I know some of you might don't know the story, so I'm gonna give you a little backstory of why he was in jail or about to get sent to prison. On July the 17th of 2019, they found 4 people deceased in an apartment complex, in an apartment in Columbus, Georgia. Here goes a little of the article right here. The victim in a gruesome quadruple murder homicide in Columbus have been identified, including children ages between 1 month old and 3 years old. Trayvon Brandon Jackson, 27, has been taken into custody and charged with 4 counts of family violence and murder in that brutal killing. Major Hawk with the Columbus Police Department said they were originally tipped off to the incident early in the day at in a separate location. Then they came to the Cannon apartment home to discover the gruesome scene. Officers received information to come in this area concerning a possible individual being deceased. Upon arrival, they did find 4 individuals that are deceased, said Major Hawks with the Columbus Police Department. The victims were identified as 29-year-old Jericho Spellman and her 3 children, 3-year-old King Jackson, 1-year-old Kenzie Jackson, and 1-month-old Kristen Jackson. Muscovy County Coroner Buddy Bryant confirmed that all 4 victims died from multiple stab wounds. Bryant said these type of tragic scenes are the kind of cases where you have to thank God for giving you the strength to do this job. So that was a little backstory of why Jackson in jail. But on December 30th, on yesterday, the suspect in a horrific quadruple homicide that claimed the life of Columbus mother and her 3 children had died after harming himself in the Muscovy County Jail. Trayvon Jackson was accused of killing his girlfriend, I think it's Jericho Spellman, and her 3 children. Muscovy County Sheriff Donald Topkin has confirmed, confirmed that Jackson was taken to the hospital approximately at 5 p.m. after committing suicide. Sorry, after committing harm in the Muskova County Jail. Jackson was transported to the Piedmont Columbus Regional Emergency Room where he was pronounced dead. Sheriff Tompkins is expected. She already had a news conference. On July of this year, Mr. Jackson murdered his family. They call her the on again, off again girlfriend. It haven't been too much detail released from the statement. I mean, from the case, other than when people, I know early this summer when people online they was talking about he had committed the murder, and his family came to his defense, and his sister, I don't know her name, but I remember seeing her on Facebook posting about she would beat anybody up if they keep on falsely accusing her brother of murder. Tell me he ain't killed nobody. He was at our mama house the whole time. That what she wrote in a statement on Facebook. And she said, I'm tired of y'all talking about my brother killed his children. He loved his children. She said he was the sole had sole custody of the children, not the mama. I remember that. Said he was the sole custody of the children. He had killed the children. Then found out he killed all three of his children, including the children's mother. And then they said afterward, when he had, killed them, he went to work like nothing happened. Just like the psychopaths that we see that take place in movies and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, not movies, on the ID channel and stuff. They just go about their day like nothing happened. And I don't want to call the family a liar, but whoever seen him knew he had did something covered up. That type of how brutal they said it was, and you stabbing 4 people to death, and 3 on your family, your children. I don't know, the weight of the world was on his shoulders, so to speak. That he started feeling guilty about what actually happened to him. That the reason he harmed himself. But I hope he asked God to forgive him for what he done to them children and their mother before he took his life or harmed himself. This I don't know. I only know this story made national news, but I know we remember it. Because we was shocked. Well, I was shocked. Some other people might wasn't shocked. But I was shocked. And Columbus ain't got but 200,000 people. 200,000 people. Carry a few, but it's just 200,000 people. And it be murders in Columbus, but you never hear about people killing. All they doing children. You play this up for me. Yeah. So rest in peace. Rest in peace to that young man. Rest in peace to him. I hope he got all his trauma, away or taken care of. Man. So you heard what the Carters, according to the sheriff, he about to get shipped out of prison. And he killed himself the day before. He about to get shipped out of prison. I ain't trying to say they lied, but you know, I believe somebody did notify him that he was about to get shipped off, and he took his life. Man, rest in peace to him, man. And continue on. You know, even though he a murderer, but try not to go after his family bashing them. I know some people wanna, some people probably doing that now. Talking about that what he deserve and that what he get and all that good stuff. But no, no, I wouldn't do that. But it's the end of the story. I just wanted to bring you this story, local story. I got another story coming up pretty soon before I beat my daughter in solitary. Not solitary. Before I beat my daughter in gym run, I'm gonna do one more story. Yeah, I am. Yeah. But hey, thank y'all for watching. My one person. Thank you so much. I don't know you're getting paid to watch, but if you are, thank you, person who paying them. All right. Talk to you later.